It's been a wild week in aviation, one filled with tense emergencies, bizarre airspace incidents, and stories that remind us just how unpredictable the skies can be. Passengers aboard a Ryanair flight from Pisa to Glasgow had one of the most terrifying experiences imaginable. The Boeing 737 was forced to divert twice because of strong winds from Storm Amy, first toward Prestwick, then to Edinburgh, but both runways were too dangerous for landing. By the time the crew aimed for Manchester, the aircraft had almost no fuel left. Just minutes from running dry, the pilots declared a mayday. When the jet finally touched down, only about 80 gallons remained in the tanks, barely enough for another 5 minutes in the air. It was a narrow escape that left many wondering how such a situation could happen under modern fuel planning rules. Investigators are now digging into the details. Across the Atlantic, a chilling scene unfolded on a California highway. A medical helicopter on a routine flight suddenly began spinning out of control over Sacramento. Witnesses watched in horror as it crashed onto Highway 50, scattering debris across the lanes. 3 people were critically injured, and it's still unclear if a patient was on board. Videos captured the helicopter's last moments as it spiraled down, a stark reminder of the risks faced by emergency crews who fly in all conditions to save lives. Meanwhile, in Lithuania, air traffic controllers faced a threat no one expected: balloons. Dozens of them drifted across the border from Belarus, 2 passing directly above Vilnius airport. Some carried counterfeit cigarette packs, others may have been part of a political stunt. Whatever the reason, the airport was forced to shut down for several hours, grounding thousands of passengers. It's another example of how airspace security is changing, not just from drones or aircraft, but from unconventional and unpredictable intrusions. In the United States, the skies are facing a different kind of pressure. The government shutdown has hit air traffic control hard, leaving some of the busiest centers short-staffed. Controllers in cities like Chicago, Houston, and Dallas are handling more flights with fewer people, while others are calling in sick after going unpaid for days. The result: delays across the country, rising frustration, and growing safety concerns. When the people guiding planes through crowded skies are exhausted or overworked, even small mistakes can have big consequences. Not all the week's news was about emergencies, though. In the UK, Marshall Aerospace suddenly froze its long-planned move from Cambridge to Cranfield. The company blamed rising costs and uncertainty in the market. It's a major shake-up in the maintenance and defense sector, one that could ripple through Britain's entire aviation ecosystem. In the U.S., low-cost carrier Allegiant Air continues to push for a joint venture with Mexican airline Viva. If regulators approve it, the deal could reshape low-cost flying across North America, connecting smaller cities and bringing new competition to the big players. But behind all the business deals, there's a troubling trend. The number of fatal business jet crashes has been climbing this year. Private aviation, once seen as a safe luxury, is now under scrutiny. Experts warn that smaller operations often lack the same oversight and safety culture found in major airlines, and that's beginning to show in the numbers. Put together, these stories show an industry under pressure from every direction: weather, politics, economics, and technology. The Ryanair near disaster highlights the razor-thin margins modern airlines operate under. The Sacramento crash shows how even highly trained crews are never completely safe from mechanical failure. The Vilnius balloon chaos reveals how the concept of airspace safety is evolving in ways few imagined a decade ago. And the air traffic control crisis in the U.S. proves that aviation's biggest risks don't always come from the sky. Sometimes, they start on the ground. Yet amid all of this, aviation continues to adapt. Every incident sparks investigation, every failure brings new procedures, and every week reminds us of both the fragility and resilience of flight. The skies are as busy as ever, the challenges greater than before, but so is the determination to keep every passenger, every crew, and every aircraft safe. Because in aviation, every minute, every decision, and every drop of fuel can make the difference between a routine flight and a headline.